everybody, it's Honest John again. Elon Musk has been making brash and bold predictions since he started Tesla in 2003. Some of them have gotten him in trouble with the Securities and Exchange Commission. And this is because almost all of those predictions have been overly optimistic. Maybe a better word would be dead wrong. When he has predicted how many Teslas would be manufactured and sold, or how much money the company would bring in, Musk's optimism has never matched Tesla's performance. In fact, this is a company that has never made a profit. Now, since 2016, all of Tesla's cars have been sold with sensors and other hardware that would allow them to become driverless cars, to function without a human driver at the wheel. And when you buy a Tesla, you have the option of paying somewhere between $3,000 to $6,000 to purchase the right to receive Tesla's fully self-driving FSD, it's called, technology, when it becomes ready. Or you can wait until it becomes ready and then purchase it then at a higher price. So since 2016, Tesla has sold 500,000 cars, and 40% of those customers have chosen the FSD option. So when the technology is ready, new lines of computer code will be beamed into those vehicles, and they will become fully self-driverless. In the meantime, the money used to reserve FSD is an escrow. It's not available to Tesla. And so there's a lot of incentive for Tesla to get that technology ready so that they can beam the code out and then access the money that's in escrow. And Musk has predicted that FSD will be ready by the end of this year. And that prediction has a lot of people worried. Tesla's not the only one developing self-driverless cars. There are other companies doing the same. And they're worried that if the technology is released too soon, it could result in problems that will erode trust in that technology, which is already low. And also raise the ire of regulators who would now get involved in creating rules for driverless cars. At present, there's only a few states that allow self-driving cars to be tested, and none of them are allowing self-driving cars on the road just at will. And there are a fair amount of problems with driverless technology. FSD can recognize stop signs, but it has a little bit of trouble with traffic lights, a little more subtle. Right now, FSD can't tell a curb from the road because it has this trouble distinguishing between shades of gray. And how will FSD handle emergencies? That question hasn't even been answered. Will a driverless car swerve out of its lane to avoid a pedestrian or other cars? There are hundreds, even thousands of scenarios, emergency scenarios, that will have to be taken into account in the programming of a fully autonomous vehicle. It appears right now that the driver of the car will have to sit at the wheel and pay as much attention to what's going on as if he were driving the car. Because he will have to be ready to take over the wheel at a moment's notice. So that would mean there would be no advantage for the rider. It would be no difference between driving the car and not driving. And then if there is an emergency, then the rider has to become the driver. He has to recognize the emergency and react to it, grab the wheel, step on the brake, or maneuver out of danger. And the car would have to immediately switch off the autopilot and respond to the driver. These are all situations that have not yet been resolved. In fact, driverless cars have been involved in several fatal crashes in Florida, and in Arizona, a woman walking her bicycle across the street was hit and killed by a driverless car. So it would appear that the technology is more than a few months away from being ready for distribution. And there's another question that has never been answered. If Tesla can beam its code into their cars, so could a hacker. How do you protect cars from being hacked? That question has never been answered either. So despite Elon Musk's rosy predictions, it is unlikely that we'll actually be seeing a fully self-driving vehicle anytime soon. Thanks for listening. Well, I want to thank you all for watching my videos. But there are certain changes that Google has made to YouTube, which, since I'm a smaller channel, means that I can't monetize my videos. So I found places where I can. So instead of watching my videos here on YouTube, I'd appreciate it if you go either to Patreon or to Top Buzz. They let me monetize videos, and I don't even have to put commercials on. So if you want to become a patron on Patreon, that's fine. If you don't, you can still watch the videos there. I've just kind of given up on YouTube. YouTube is just a place that I use so that I can put my videos in other places. So, Patreon, Top Buzz, the links are in the description box. Thanks a lot.